Holy shit, guys. Thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. That is nuts to me. Major shout out to the Discord squad fam, to the people who comment on all the videos, to the people who help me make these videos, for the people who just come in and say something mean and then never come back. Thanks to everyone. This channel is amazing and it really is such a huge part of my life. I love doing this even though sometimes it does stress me out a little bit. It means the world to me and I love the fact that you guys are into what I'm doing as well. So as a little bit of a special video, I wanted to go develop film with beer. Now there are tons of alternative methods out there to develop film like caffeinol and wineol and all that crap. I have tried a couple of times and I haven't had great success with caffeinol, but I figured this is a special occasion, so how could it go wrong? Anyway, all the information about this recipe and beer and all that information is going to be in the description below in case you want to try this out yourself. Thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. So what are we going to need for this? Well, we're going to need the Dogfish Head Super 8 beer, of course. We're going to need some nice measuring cups, as well as these measuring spoons. I got those all in the dollar store, because obviously you don't want to be using your nice stuff for chemicals. We need some vitamin C powder. We need this nice, handsome little thermometer to check the temperature of the beer. And baking soda, which is in my car. Fuck. And baking soda. There it is. Also, we need a pot to put it all in. So the first thing that we're going to do is get this tripod out of the way. Okay, and then we're going to take a beer. So we have two sets of these. I have the warm ones for the project and then the cold ones. Okay, we're gonna need 500 milliliters of this shit. So let's just pour it out. What a great pour. We'll just let that. What do you guys think of my tripod, huh? That's pretty legit. You know, during this video, I actually had to look up what a Goes was. A Goes is a sour German wheat beer, typically brewed with salt and coriander seeds. I didn't know what it. I didn't know what it was. Now we're just gonna pour this beer just right in there. Special shout out to Ted Forbes from The Art of Photography for giving the heads up to using a bigger container because of the chemical reaction. That was really cool to know going in. And we're gonna get it to 90 degrees. That's kind of hot. It's kind of what it feels like in this apartment. And I have my little thermometer here. And we're just gonna, in about a minute, we'll stick it in there and see where we're at. Bro, what the hell? I struggle bust to open this thing and it's only like half full. I just bought this, what the hell? And now we're gonna add in the tablespoon of vitamin C. And this is going to get stirred vigorously and react. So let's stir vigorously. It's really cool how the 6D decided to focus on the rim of the pot as opposed to the liquid and the stirring motion inside the pot, but whatever. Take a sip of my beer. Yeah, well, it's all mixed in, huh? I don't know what I'm doing. And now we're gonna open up this baking soda and we'll just dump 3.5 tablespoons of that in there. What? Oh, there it is, okay. Oh yeah, 6D, great job. I love how you're in focus. You were in focus for that really important moment, thank you. I should mention that I'm in my parents' apartment right now because their kitchen is much bigger and nicer than mine. So I will clean this up, don't you worry. Mamma mia! Alright, so I preemptively loaded my film because I knew I was going to be making this video. I knew it was going to be a mess, so let's just pour this sucker right in. And we are supposed to agitate for 15 minutes. So let's just get that lid on. It was right around this moment that the existential thoughts started pouring into my head. You know, it was 3 o'clock on a Monday and I was drinking and shaking a canister of film and I just couldn't help but think, is this why I went to film school? Alright, we're gonna just Dump this chemistry out. And now we're gonna give it a good old rinse. Some people use stop baths. I don't. It's everybody's favorite time. It's time for the fixer. So let's just jump into it. Alright, 3 minutes on the clock. Start. Damn it! Bad things. I'm sweating so much. Alright, and the grand reveal. Oh, I developed film in beer. It is success. Yeah, so now we gotta hang this to dry, and then we can scan them. I'm very excited, but we have 2 more rolls, and we have more beer to drink, so let's jump into it. Let's celebrate that. I just like this beer. It's not my cup of beer. BRB. And just like that, another one's loaded. I ended up pouring all the spent developer into the Poland Spring bottle just because I'm not sure if you can pour it down the drain. While it is just beer and a couple other things, the debris from the film itself during the development process, not so sure that that's great to be pouring down the drain, so I will make sure I dispose of it properly. And we have photos, for sure. I see them already. This one looks like it came out better than the other one. Very exciting. Before I cleaned up, I was just curious to see how a roll of color film would work, so I grabbed one and I threw it in. We definitely have something. I see some frames. They look pretty dark and cloudy, but we might be able to recover something when we scan them. Alright, I'm going to clean up this mess, and then I'll see you in the lab. So I'm not gonna lie, these came out pretty well, honestly. The contrast is surprisingly good considering this was beer. And I know these photos might not be the most exciting stuff on the planet, but you know, I wasn't sure if this was actually gonna work, so I didn't want to shoot anything that I really cared about. I had a ton of fun working with it, save for the very long, boring agitation periods, but you know, drinking beer during that kind of helped out. This was a really interesting process, and I encourage you to do it. The beer isn't that expensive. I think it was like 12 or 13 bucks for the 6-pack, and a can and a half does 1 roll of film, so you have several develops out of that 6-pack. If you're into sour or goes beers, you might like the beer. Personally, for me, not my cup of tea. I much prefer stouts like Guinness and all that stuff. Also, I recently tried this Gunner's Daughter Milk Stout. Whoo, that is delicious. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the roll of color film. That didn't come out so hot. The negatives were so dark and dense that I really had to increase the exposure, and they just look like crap, so maybe skip the color. But anyway, I'm giving this process, this development, But anyway, I'm giving this alternative development process 9 Owen Wilson wows out of 10. It's a ton of fun, just the agitation's a little bit boring. You might want to have friends around. And I'm giving the beer 2 Owen Wilson wows out of 10. Not very good, but, you know, good for developing film, and it's just not my taste. You might love it. Alright guys, thank you again so much for subscribing. 2,000, that's such a crazy number to me. I love it. Let's keep going. Let's hit 10,000. Let's hit 1 million. Who cares? Alright, I'm on MySpace, Discord, Instagram. Right here, I'm on YouTube. And I'll see you soon. Alright, bye. Whoa!
like and subscribe to Sweet Lou Photography, the man.